Oh, welcome to WrestleCram. This is your boy, the host, not the most, but humble. I do mean humble. Dino Stradavis, aka Derek, and I'm here, of course, on a Sunday to give you the Dirt Sheet Roundup. Actually, this is Dirt Sheet Roundup, episode 21. First and foremost, thank you so much for being a part of the show. If you're watching it today, you're watching it tomorrow, you're watching it next week, I truly thank you from the bottom of my heart to the depths of my loins. I truly do thank you. Without you guys, it truly wouldn't be me. And it's a reason. There's a reason why I say humble, and I truly do mean humble. If you want to do anything else for me other than watching the show, thank you. You can go ahead and hit the thumbs up button. Now, if you don't like the show, if you don't like it, then take it back, okay? But if you like it, go ahead and keep it. If you want to do anything else for me, go ahead and hit the sub button, hit the subscription button. We're on the road to demonetization. We're on the road to monetization. Then we might get demonetized, but we're on the road now to monetization. How about that? Go ahead and hit it. If you have not hit it, go ahead and do that for me. I love you so much. And when you get done, hitting that sub button, go ahead and talk to the masses. Talk to everybody about the show and whatnot. How about that? I will love you forever and ever and ever. If you want to do one more thing, I'm not asking for a dime, I'm not asking for a red cent, I'm not asking for a credit card number. Go ahead and hit the notification bell. I do seven core shows each and every week or whatnot. I do this on a regular now. Next week will be a little different because you have the prediction show for Halloween Havoc, and you also will have Halloween Havoc. That's on Saturday. So all of that stuff will happen. I will have those taken care of as well. If you don't know anything about the Dirt Sheet Roundup, what I do on the Dirt Sheet Roundup is I grab as much as I can of the week that was, and I give it to you in one nice little sandwich of happiness called the Dirt Sheet Roundup. Usually I do pull from the Dirt Sheet Roundup, and I do a my 2 cent, an intimate between me and you about what's going on. But we're not talking about my 2 cent. We're actually talking about the Dirt Sheet Roundup. Now, first and foremost, let's talk about Adam Cole and the update of Adam Cole. Now, if you don't know, the last time that Adam Cole did wrestle, it was on the Forbidden Door between the fatal four-way between, of course, Adam Hangman Page, Okada, Jay White, and Adam Hangman Page. Now, what happened was that he got a serious, super serious concussion from Jay White, leaving him out of the wrestling ring and just wrestling because he was in the ring not too long ago. But he has been out of wrestling for quite some time. We're thinking, what was it, July of this year. So he's been gone for quite some time. Now, the reports are saying that we don't know if it's going to be either today or tomorrow. The concussion was quite severe. We got something from the Wrestling Observer himself, Dave Nelson, Uncle Dave, and he says it's a concussion. It's a concussion. It's a bad concussion, real bad concussion. He'll be back when he's cleared. It could be tomorrow. It could be never. You never know what. You say you never know. You know what I mean. And officials, AEW officials, and the higher ups and the management is saying, and the medical staff is saying that he will not be cleared until this severe concussion is over. Now, here's the thing. A lot of people think that concussions, because you watch football, think that concussions go away after a week or whatnot, because in football you're under a concussion protocol, and usually it takes a week for a concussion to go away. That is absolutely wrong. That is completely wrong, and they need to stop saying that. Concussions, depending on the severity of it, can take as long as a month. So the people that playing football and has had a concussion last week and got back on the field after the concussion protocol, they might still be suffering from a concussion. It depends. It truly depends. And I think AEW is doing a great job when it comes to their particular concussion protocol, because this is wild, and I hate that that people do it differently. But what they're doing is a very smart way and a very sound way. I do respect Adam Cole for not trying to get back in the ring or trying to rush back into the ring. I know he does his own podcast. I need to subscribe to that. In the comments, what is his podcast name? But I do love Adam Cole. Much positive and healing energy to you. Get back when you can. If you can't, please have a productive and healthy life. That's all I can say about that. But I wish him the best of luck. Hopefully, we do get him back in the ring. But take your time. Take your time. So now we're gonna talk about Saraya, aka Paige, or Saraya. I still don't get the name differentiate. It's Saraya or Saraya. I'm just gonna call her Paige. How about that? Fightful Select did do a entire interview, or their own little bits and pieces of Saraya and why she went to AEW. This is Fightful Select. She was released on the from WWE, that company, in July, after the decline of the contract renewal. Apparently, Vince McMahon and John Laurinaitis was the two executives pushing to not renew the contract. Now, if you don't know, Vince McMahon and John Laurinaitis are no longer there, and now the new regime, the Triple H regime, asks for Saraya's return to put her in a general manager position role, just like she was in the SmackDown area, when SmackDown was still hot and really good, when Daniel Bryan, I think, was still there, but he was wrestling at the time. Upper management in WWE did ask her if she wanted to come back in an in ring type of performance. They would have made it happen. Now, here's the thing. This is the weird part about it. Now, after Vince McMahon and John Laurinaitis left, John Laurinaitis got released and Vince McMahon retired, Triple H, which I guarantee Saraya is a Triple H person, tried their hardest to get her back. Unfortunately, that did fall apart, and this is the reason why. Now, one of the doctors in AEW did clear her right then and there to wrestle. Apparently, Saraya declined WWE over AEW because it was the freedom to work in various projects outside of the wrestling company. Now, here's the thing. Now, if you don't know anything about Saraya or Paige, she did have I think she had a YouTube channel where she was gaming. No, she had a Twitch account or whatnot where she was doing a lot of Twitch. She was getting a lot of money. How about that? Say it like that. She was getting a gang of money. And what happened was, during the pandemic, a lot of those people, including Adam Cole, wanted to keep their channels on, including AJ Styles, who is a huge Twitch gamer on there. Now, they were trying to put them on the Up Down Down station that is the WWE exclusive channel. Now that's not Xavier Woods, or that's not his stuff. That is the WWE stuff. And they were forced to get rid of it, or they were going to be terminated. Even not even that. I mean, I'm guessing that Selena Vega still has a an OnlyFans. Nah, don't be too crazy about that. She only does cosplay stuff. She does really revealing cosplay stuff. Nothing crazy like some of the other people do on OnlyFans. But you know, she Selena was I think she was forced to let hers go. There was a lot of people was forced to let their stuff go due to the updated contract that they had. Now I'm guessing now since Vince McMahon is gone and Triple H is over all of that good stuff, I'm guessing that they did kind of tweak the contract back to where they can do their own content, because I do see Asuka on YouTube as still doing her thing. So probably they did change it. Hopefully they did. But I can't be mad at Shariah. I can't be mad at what she's doing and how she thinks that AEW is going to be way better than WWE. My thing is, hopefully she is the catalyst that explodes the women division. I just did a 5 reasons why I think how to fix the women's division not too long ago. Y'all go check that out. But on the cool, I mean, I respect Saraya. I hope that that only great things will happen while she is there. The way it's looking, her first feud will be with Britt Baker, DMD, and we will see what happens with that. We'll see what happens with that. Hopefully, we'll get Tony Storm to get into that mix as well, and we finally get Thunder Rosa back from injury pretty soon. Now let's go to something else. Jimmy Smith is gone from the company. If you haven't known anything about that situation, that there's only 2 people on the Raw side. It is the Scottish young man, I forgot his name, and who else is over there? I forgot who else is over there. But they did do a switch up with everybody on the commentator's desk. And Corey Graves. Corey Graves is over there. Corey Graves and the Scottish guy. I forgot his name. And I think on the SmackDown side, Cole is still there, and Baron Corbin. Did I say Baron Corbin? Oh God, the British guy. I forgot his name. Part of Nexus. I'll figure it out. And Booker T is over there in NXT. I seen the first one with Booker T. Great job. Booker T is really, really good. But he did put out a statement, and it says, just wanted to say now that the story is officially out, that my time with WWE is officially done. Had a lot of fun and met some great people. Really, truly blown away by the appearance from the WWE fans. You folks made it work every week, and your enthusiasm was amazing. I wish him all the best of luck. You know what? I'm going to be a little negative. I wasn't a big fan of him, but he did kind of bring the story keep going. We did get some stories where he was upset. I guess he was saying wrestling is fake. Of course, it's fake. Duh, it's predetermined. I mean, come on, stop. But I wish him the best, and on his ventures, wherever he goes, I wish him the most love where he goes in his employment. After that, we get, of course, the update with Sammy Guevara and Andrade. Wrestling Observer, Tuesday night, we did get, of course, the Wrestling Observer, Dave. Tuesday night, they were talked to, both of them, and they were told no fighting. Andrade told upper management, you are going to get what they told him, that you're not going to get fired. if you fight, but you will be sent home. And Andrade said, don't worry, nothing's going to happen. There's not going to be fighting. Sammy said the same thing. Nothing happened. Same thing. Nothing happened. They had security. They had security about all over the area. All over the area. With when both of them came in. And it does continue. Andrade was waiting in the hallway. He got 2 punches in, and before it was broken up, Sammy didn't fight back. On that day, thrown 2 punches. They said 2 punches were thrown, and then they broke it up right away. Andrade was sent home. It was broken up immediately. People were there and people saw it. Now, here's the thing. Andrade is acting really, really crazy. I respect Andrade. I'm not a big fan of Sammy and the multiple fights or bickering behind the stage with Sammy. It seems like he's gotten a little crazy or a little weird since he's got married to Ty Mello. But, I digress about that. It just seems like, Andrade is doing what he needs to do to get out of WWE. Now, if you looked at my dirt sheet, I think on episode 20, Tony Khan he's not letting anybody else go. And that's a very smart move. You don't need to let go of anybody else that consists of your roster, even though they want to act like that. All he can do is send them home, suspend them without pay. That's the best way to be. You got to learn how to call a spade, respect what you got to do, and move on. Your contract is there. I've already said it. Your contract is there for a reason. Now, if you are still having issues with Sammy, I guarantee that the person that's over talent relations, which I think is Tony Schiavone, or I think it's Sanjay Dutt over there, one of those people needs to sit both of y'all down and figure out what y'all can do and make some money out of this. Turn it into an angle or whatnot. Figure out what you can do. But the way it's looking, Rouge is standing right beside him as well, and also the assistant Jose, the assistant. They're both standing behind Andrade, and I understand that they're standing behind Andrade because Sammy is a little prick. He is a jerk, and I hope that they can figure everything out. Honestly, I understand Sammy. Sammy is one of the pillars of AEW, and I know that it seems like he's getting a lot of leeway in all of the situation, which I think should not happen. Should not happen at all. But who think about it? Who draws the most money? Who draws the most money, or whatnot? It's not Andrade. Even though I love Andrade, it's Sammy. So, but the thing is, the fight consisted of Andrade laying hands on Sammy. So, what more can you say? What more can you say? Is he trying to get back to WWE? That's the question. Is he trying to get back into WWE? The answer might be yes. His wife is over there with Charlotte. His father-in-law, I don't know. I don't know what Ric Flair's doing. I don't think he's just doing the podcast now. But it baffles me that you have to do this to get back into the good graces of course, the WWE. I do know that he is a Triple H guy, but it is what it is. I wish him the best. I wish him the best. If you're looking at the product, Rouge is now over the entire corporation now. If you look, Private Party is no longer with them, and it looks like Butcher the Blade is no longer with them as well. So it's just Rouge and Jose the assistant. We just like I said, it just seems like we get 10 steps forward and we get 8 steps back, which only leaves 2 steps forward. I mean, we are hearing a lot of positivity, especially when it comes to John Moxley getting the 5-year contract, making a ton of money, being one of the people that are there for the newer talent, training the new talent, being the mentor to the new talent. And I mean, what more can you say? I mean, you don't have Punk there anymore. Well, you don't have Punk at the time being. You don't have the Elite there for any time being. I mean, Chris Jericho can do what Chris Jericho can do, but it's just, man, y'all, we got to do better. I keep saying this about AEW, but we got to do better. But I will say this: the last one, I think Tony Khan was right. This is, of course, everybody's talking about this. This is the beef between Tony Khan and Ariel Helwani. If you don't know who Ariel Helwani is, I think he does still work for. I think Ariel Helwani works for Fox now, but I may be wrong. But I know he works for some sport, either ESPN or Fox. The way it's thinking, if he, I don't know, but we did get a interview with Ariel Helwani on October 6th, where he wanted to discuss about the company with, of course, Tony Khan. After that interview, Ariel Helwani says that that was not a fun interview in my career. He also continues, says he didn't want to answer anything. You're going to come on to promote X, Y, and Z. Great. And I'll play the dance with you. I did at the beginning, but you got to give me something. I'm not asking for specifics. All right, fine. I am, but he said, all right, I'm fine, but is Punk going to wrestle for you? Is he coming back? You don't want to get into the fine line or whatnot, but tell me how you were feeling. Give me something. Now, here's the thing. Tony Khan is on literally an investigation. Now, the way it's looking, the investigation is on a standstill due to the fact that it looks like somebody is doing a counter lawsuit. We don't know who that is, but it just seems like somebody's doing a counter lawsuit. Now, if you're coming and asking me detailed questions about what happened with the Scrum, what happened with CM Punk, the Elite, apparently he can't give that type of information out. There's nothing he can talk about. It's in an investigation. I guarantee there are NDAs telling him that he can't talk. You have not heard anything from CM Punk. You have not heard anything from the Elite because they signed NDAs. Also, the other people that were suspended, they have signed NDAs. Literally, nothing has leaked about this. So, of course, you're not going to get anything that consists of what's going to happen. So, I understand what Tony Khan is talking about, but we do get a lot of people that blew up Ariel Helwani's Twitter page, and some of them were saying, of course, that he is a paid WWE Shield and he's a phony journalist. Ariel Helwani did fire back on Twitter saying, "You AEW freakazoids are nuts. You're all mad that I said I didn't enjoy one interview, yet for the past year plus, every time I talk wrestling, I have praised the product, and WWE was stale, blah, blah, blah." Said it on Simmons' podcast in July, my show 100 times. Look it up and chill. Sheesh. He said, sheesh. or whatnot. And Dave Nelson did chime in as well. He also said, just saw it. He had the right to be frustrated with the interview. I've been as well with covering AEW in the late, which I've talked about all the time. So can't disagree. I'll talk much more on his show as well. Now, here's the thing. Once again, this is an investigation. You cannot be mad at what Tony Khan can and can't say. I guarantee that if Ariel Helwani would have talked, I guarantee he wouldn't even talked like that if Triple H was there or if Vince McMahon was still in power. Just wouldn't have happened. I guarantee it wouldn't have happened. So you have another billionaire who's about your age because he's younger. He's like in his 30s, his late 30s or early 30s, and you think you can talk to him like you are, on the same level. I'm not saying like human wise, but I'm saying like on the same level, but you can't. This dude has a multi-billion-dollar company in the Jacksonville Jaguars and also with AEW. So, which is an up-and-coming $1 million, close to $1 billion company. You can't get mad at him for telling you that I can't talk about this. I guarantee you had other questions you could have asked. You're a journalist. You claim you are a journalist, but you don't want to talk about, other stuff that makes sense, that's relevant, or whatnot. Talk about the other stuff. I mean, you have Jon Moxley, who's a 3-time champion. You could have talked about that. You could have talked about other stuff. I mean, injuries. Adam Cole, Kyle O'Reilly. I mean, I guarantee you would have talked about people wanting to leave the company. I guarantee he would have even talked about that. Come on. There is a line in journalists where you can be like, okay, well, I know that something's going on over there, so let's talk about something else. Ariel Helwani and Dave Nelson, I will tell you this: both of y'all are wrong. Y'all are completely wrong, and y'all need to get your facts straight when it comes to NDAs. You should look it up. Look up what an NDA is or whatnot. All right. So that's it. That's all I have time for on the Dirtsheet Roundup. First and foremost, thank you once again for watching the show. Like, share, subscribe. Send it to people you like, send it to people you don't like. Or whatnot. How about that? I love y'all so very much. I will see y'all on Monday. Also Saturday. Next Saturday, I will of course have the Halloween Havoc pay-per-view review. Until next time, you guys, love, peace, and of course, wrestling.